It's time.
It's time!
I know it's February, but it sure feels like Christmas to me. And maybe to you guys as well. I heard that there will be new TGCF Donghua content. I'll be real with you, the moment I heard that, I was so close to just binging the whole thing. There's just something really devastating about knowing that the fandom that you're slowly getting into is getting new content, and that everyone will be really hyped up about this new content and you're just not there yet. New content era is such an experience, and I wish I was there for it. But after giving it a long, hard think, hey, I'm the lucky one, really. I still have so much of this universe to explore. I still have one more season and these short films that apparently are being released right now. Like, there's a long and windy journey ahead of me still, through the manhwa, through the audio drama, and through all these other tidbits of miscellaneous content that I don't even know about yet. But you guys? It's like in the great stories, Mr. Frodo. The ones that really mattered. Full of darkness and censorship laws they were, and sometimes you didn't want to know if the waiting would ever end, because how could the end be happy? But I know now. TGCF fans had lots of chances of turning back, only they didn't. They kept going because they were holding on to something. That there is some good in this world. That will free Season 3 and the live action from the basement one day. Okay, I guess that my point in all of this is you guys deserve this, and I am genuinely so happy for you. I wish I could join you directly in the joy of receiving new content, but some of you have been on this journey for years and years already, and I can only be so grateful that you want to follow along on mine. So really, enjoy your new content, and I will see you there soon enough. I forgot my intro. So if you don't know who I am yet, good morning and warm greetings to wherever you are in the world. This is Amelia, aka Spaced Out Puffin, and I am currently diving deep into TGCF with my reaction and analysis series. That got more serious than I ever intended it to be. So my process here is that I watch and react to the dubbed versions of the episodes before I watch the subbed versions by myself, before I eventually come back to you with even more analysis and even more Corkboard. I have recently finished season 1 of the show, and I have committed to reading the books as well, though I haven't started that yet. And aside from feeling adjacent to a silly avian creature with my head lost in space for most of my waking hours, I am also the founder of Corkboardism. Not a cult, by the way. Some of my followers refer to me as the goddess of Corkboards. Just Amelia or Puffin is fine too. But new or old, I welcome you all to my reaction and analysis of Heaven Official's Blessing Season 2. But before Season 2 can happen, we need a bigger board. Okay, let's do this. And here it is! The corkboard we will be using for the discussion and analysis of Season 2. I think the framing is okay for today, but in the future I might have to adjust the framing of this room. Now comes the laborious part. Moving all of this over to the big corkboard and also restructuring it. This corkboard got a little bit crowded towards the end of Season 1, and I'm hoping a little bit of moving things around is all I'm going to need. The one advice I did get regarding my Season 2 corkboard is to put HuaLian in the middle. Give him lots of space, because he's involved in everything. Gosh, there must be an easier way of doing this. Something that's a little less labor intense. What if I just... That worked out pretty well. Ladies and gentlemen and the great beings of the world, our main character, HuaLian. And Roya did what Roya does best. He brought Sanlang along. That still leaves us with a lot of work to be done, but hey, how about I use this opportunity to go through Season 1, aka Heaven Official's Blessing, retold by yours truly. So yeah, let's just do it, let's just get it over with. So what is Heaven Official's blessing about? I would say it's a story about acceptance in spite of your failures. A very important precept of love. Oh, and solving ghostly mysteries, Scooby-Doo style. And our master mystery solver is our main character, HuaLian, the flower-crowned martial god and the crown prince of the kingdom of Shanle, which fell more than 800 years ago in our current timeline. See, in order to be the Sherlock Holmes of ancient fantasy China, it is very important to have a couple of really important skills. In HuaLian's case, I think his beauty is a skill by itself, but he's also really fucking smart. And he has a multitude of talents, both as a fighter and as a problem solver, but also in miscellaneous things. He used to do busking as a street artist, he can sing, genuinely just a multi-talented genius. However, Season 1 also establishes that this man cannot cook to save a life. In fact, it's quite the opposite. His secret weapon of mass destruction is actually a pot of stew. If you smell HuaLian cooking, you should be running in the opposite direction. But the most important thing that we should all remember about HuaLian, especially going forward into Season 2, is that no matter what happens, he can do no wrong. This has been on the board for like forever, guys, and what is on the board is the truth. As I am moving stuff over from the old board to the new one, I am taking away stuff that I don't think is that important to remember anymore because it's just become a part of my psyche anyway. So the story is that HuaLian, the thrice ascended god, is now a heaven official who is around in the world trying to make it a better place. And by his side he has his house husband, the Ghost King HuaChang, a devastation level ghost who spreads fear into the heart of heavenly officials. 33 of them in particular have especially gotten a taste of his prowess, and 2 other ones still have traumatic nightmares about his little race butterflies. But it's okay, HuaLian thinks they're cute. His namesake has to do with flowers. And because flowers are a major theme around both his name and his history and backstory with the Crown Prince of Shanle, the flower-crowned martial god, he also has this little flower pin to remind us all of that. He can protect it. But through Season 1 we actually interact with HuaChang mostly through his alter ego, his persona, his OC, Sunlang, a form he created especially to appeal to HuaLian. This has a little bit to do with the fact that HuaChang, the big and powerful Ghost King, does have some self-depreciating tendencies. He seems to think of himself as a hideous monster, I am the monster, rah, 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 and probably needs professional help. The one thing that I see now helping him along is his budding relationship with HuaLian, which I have been gushing about for like 10 episodes previously, and will continue to gush about in my episode 12 analysis later. So if you want my analysis about why HuaLian is actually really fucking good, you should stay tuned for that. Or you can skip ahead if you want to watch it right now. We still have a lot of work to do. So while these are the characters we're meeting now, we also know that there is a backstory here that started 800 years ago when HuaLian, then a prince, saved HuaChang as a child from certain death. Whatever happened since inspired in HuaChang a devotion that has lasted more than 800 years. I wasn't sure of it for like the first few episodes, but about halfway into the season it became very clear that this man is obsessed. He is deep drowning in his adoration and love for HuaLian, which is so important that it gets its own little sticky notes. But, and this is the important thing to keep in mind, HuaLian doesn't know that. HuaLian doesn't know that he has a past with him, which creates a lot of tension for us as viewers, but honestly, I dig it. And lastly, on the board currently, we have Roye, the bestest silk band that ever silk banded. HuaLian's secret little spiritual weapon, and like me, a big Sandlang enthusiast. So these are our main duo. However, we have a whole cast of interesting characters that still need to go up on the board. So how about we do that now? Alright, so compared to the previous board, I have changed the positionings a little bit to try and make more sense of them. Like, I've grouped some of them kind of together, like vaguely, just to get a sense of who might be connected to what part of the story. Let's start right here at the top. These two beautiful men are the General Nanyang and the General Xuanzhen, also known by their given names Puffin and Ching. In season 1, we actually don't interact with them a lot in their real forms. And while it hasn't been explicitly stated to us, I am 100% sure that the junior officials we meet throughout the season, Fu Yao and Nan Fang, are in fact the generals in disguise. This is a theory I had ever since like the first episode, and I've been treating it as fact basically since episode 4, and everyone's support has just confirmed that for me. So throughout the season, they have been popping up to help HuaLian on his little missions. And I am also very convinced that HuaLian is very aware of who they are. Which of course matters, because back in Shanle 800 years ago, Fangxin and Muqing were respectively HuaLian's bodyguard and servant. I don't think I need the notes for that anymore, I just remember that quite well. But for reasons that have not yet been explained to us, Fangxin and Muqing abandoned HuaLian at a very low point in his life. So the reason why they are sending their junior officials to help him out is because they probably feel a lot of guilt around this decision, and they want to make up for it. And they're doing horribly at it. But between us, I do think HuaLian appreciates the effort. This little triangle here is our Shanle trio, held together by shared backstory and guilt. Another thing that I think is important to remember is that Huachang is also from Shanle originally. And Huachang too likely has backstory with the two generals. Not of the good kind. In fact, whatever they did was so bad that he's made sure to be the biggest trauma of their lives. So it's important for us to remember that he actually challenged Muqing and Fangxin both to duel, and the only reason they are still alive is because they refused. Just ask the 33 other guys. And while Huachang seems to still carry a really big grudge towards the two of them, he's holding back. Why? Because HuaLian. I think that once we start exploring the background of Shanle and what happened back then 800 years ago, this whole quartet is going to be more relevant to us. I am, however, a little bit worried that if it gets out, like explicitly, that Nanfang and Fu Yao are just the generals in disguise, they won't be showing up anymore. And I quite like their little character designs. But connected to Shanle is also this little corner up here. Here we have the White Cloth Calamity by Wu Xiang, and also this kid, nameless, so I just call him Bandage Boy, showed up in the early episodes of season 1 and apparently gave HuaLian quite a shock. We know that by Wu Xiang, the White Cloth Calamity spread the human face disease all over Shanle and basically led to its destruction. However, according to all the Heaven officials, he is supposed to be dead. Doubt. And well, if you did watch my analysis of episode 12, I have this crazy theory that HuaLian and Bai Wuxiang are more intimately connected than previously thought. In fact, I'm so sorry, close your ears please, don't do anything to me please. In fact, he could very well be Bai Wuxiang. Like, there are a lot of hints here, connected to both character design and the whole amnesiac thing that he's got going on. But I get more into that in my season 1 analysis, and I'll probably talk a lot more about it later too. So for now, I'm just gonna let that thought simmer a little bit, leave it there out in the open, so you know that's one thing that I am constantly thinking about. Moving over to this corner. Oh, I forgot the pins. I have cat and dog pins for Muqing and Fangxin, and they cannot leave them. They have to stay. Very happy. And over in this corner, we have another couple of heavenly officials. First off, Ling Wen, the heavenly scholar, So far, she's mainly been our quest giver, but there are also some suspicious interactions that she's been a part of that I will probably come back to later. And more importantly, she seems to be the only one of the heavenly officials who can directly contact the Emperor, who's off doing something. God knows what. And his name is Junwoo. Now, he's ended up moving quite far away from HuaLian now, but he is connected to HuaLian as well. What we know so far is that he's been directly involved in the banishments of HuaLian. He is one of the reasons why HuaLian can't use his spiritual powers. So of course, that gets him on Hua Chang's bad side. But he actually seems like he used to be Team HuaLian. Like he was interested in HuaLian's potential before he even ascended the first time. And then when he had to banish him 2 times in a row, it seems that interest might have turned into something like disappointment. So that's the note I have on them right now. And also, he hasn't popped up yet for all of season 1 after HuaLian ascended the 3rd time. Like, I'm sorry, that seems a bit... that's not good behavior from your boss. So I don't know, maybe he has his reasons. HuaLian doesn't seem to be too mad about him. But then again, I don't think HuaLian has a lot of workplace experience that helps him deal with bad management. I heard he shows up in season 2, so I'm looking forward to finally meeting him and getting to feel him out a little bit more. Definitely a character of interest. Moving on to this side of the board, we have some other heavenly officials. Some who are very big fan favorites. The first one is of course the Windmaster. She's hot as fuck, she's rich as fuck, she has some good morals, and I also suspect that she eats gender for breakfast, lunch and dinner. I also know that she's associated with the leaf in the wind emoji that you guys keep spamming in my comments. Which brings me to her hot girlfriend, currently just named the Dark-Robed Woman, the love of my life. Oh gosh. We know from episode 11 that Sun Lang name-dropped them as an elemental master. We just don't know which one yet. Shoving that thread over there just in case I need it later. We just know that they are very close friends, who hopefully sometimes kiss. I expect to see more of Windmaster in the season coming up because she seems to have a really central role in any beef that happens in heaven. She gives me the vibe of a person who not only knows all the tea, but certainly knows when and where to spill it as well. The Dark-Robed Woman, however, has a really big piece of intrigue. Something I'm really hoping that we will get an answer to soon. Which is how, at the end of the season, in episode 11, she exchanges a very suspicious look with Sun Lang. What was that all about? In fact, with all of this going on, I want to bring one thing to your attention. This board is full of beef. Function and Mooching have beef with each other because of their past with HuaLian. They only ever overcome this beef when they have to team up against Sun Lang, with whom they have bigger beef. And whatever is going on between Hua Chang and the Dark-Robed Woman is secret beef. Beef of unknown origin. And I'm suspecting we're going to get into quite a bit of heavenly beef as we go on as well. Specifically over in this corner. The characters on these pictures are the General Ming Guang General Pei, and the General Xuanji, a Wrath-level ghost who was also the ghost bride of the first arc of the season. She is currently detained, still obsessed with Ming Guang, and he could not care less. And it seems to me that he is going to be more central to the story, both because I've received quite a few hints from you guys calling him a fan favorite. I know the Pei Ming references. And he actually appeared in the season 2 opening. If you haven't seen my reaction to that, you really should check that out. It really is a part of this series. There are other heavenly officials that we should be keeping an eye out for, one of them being the god of water and wealth, Shi Wudu, Yi Zhen, the martial god of the west, and one of the elemental masters, the Earth Master. They have all been name-dropped in season 1, however we have not seen them and there's very little information about them. So what do I do with them? I put them in the corner. This is our little banishment corner. It's for characters who live at the edge of the narrative, hoping to see the light of day and joining the main plot at some point. The last section here at the bottom of the board relates to the last arc of Season 1. We have this little cutie, Banyue, the state preceptor of the Kingdom of Banyue, who is also HuaLian's adoptive daughter. You can't change my mind, he is her father. Currently, she is with HuaLian, resting in a pickle jar at the Chestnut Temple. She has a past shared with Pei Shaw, also called General Pei Jr. I want to move these around a little bit. Who was the descendant of the General Ming Guang, aka Pei Ming. But he's done fucked up and is now probably going to face punishment in heaven. He's in Windmaster's custody, and that's why I think whatever's going on here might be really interesting in this coming season. There is also, down here, the General Como, who I doubt might show up again anytime soon. So I'm leaving him down here at the very bottom for now, but he was one of Banyue's friends in the Banyue Kingdom and probably took her betrayal the hardest. So I'm leaving them here in this little cluster. Of the three, it's only really Banyue that I feel like we're going to be seeing more of, you know? Though Pei Shaw might also show up if there's gonna be like anything about his punishment or whatever. There are a couple of more characters who are not heavenly officials and who haven't really been shown on screen except for in art. And they are the two ghosts, the Ghost King Blackwater sinking ships, and Qi-Rong, the Green Knight touring lantern. Qi-Rong gets a lot more hints around him, like he seems to have been important in certain events connected to Huachang and also to Xuanji. So for now I'm leaving him somewhere here, hoping that he'll show up so I'll actually know what to do with him. Blackwater sinking ships has also been name dropped a couple of times, but we really don't know much about them. So he too goes down into the banishment corner. Lastly, we have some important place names that I kind of just want to leave up in this corner so that I don't forget about them. The Central Plains, which sprouted the kingdom of Shanle and later also Yong'an. The Kingdom of Banyue, which I expect we won't actually be seeing much more, but which was in conflict with Yong'an for generations. Mount Tonglu, the mountain that creates the Ghost Kings. Heaven, the place where the Emperor lives. Mount Yujin, the place where HuaLian reunited after 800 years. Actually, I should just put that between them. And finally, the Chestnut Temple Puchi Shrine, which is where HuaLian stays now. And lastly, for decorative purposes, I am keeping the cover for Volume 1 of the novel up on the board. Guys, I'm so excited. We are almost done, but this section is perhaps the most important one. After Season 1, we had a lot of loose threads lying around. The first one being the child spirit. This is a voice that HuaLian hears singing to him in the first episode, but no one else can hear them. Ling Wen is apparently on the case trying to figure out more about this, but there's been nothing so far. So this is a plot point that I expect will pop up at some point. And I'm leaving it somewhere visible so that we don't forget. Another important plot point that is a loose end right now is the Puppet Master. To remind you, the old man who shows up on HuaLian's doorstep and catalyzes the Banyue arc, makes HuaLian start looking into it, is a puppet who is apparently, according to what Sanlang is saying, controlled by someone quite powerful. So this powerful puppet master, what is his agenda? Why did he send the puppet to HuaLian? Him, her, whoever they are. And as these stories tend to go, and I've said this before, this usually tends to be a person we've already been introduced to. Like 90% of the time it is. So for now, I'm leaving this up as kind of an afterthought. If something suspicious happens again, we should revisit this. And the last loose thread is the case of Fang Xin, the evil state preceptor of the Central Plains. More specifically, the Kingdom of Yong'an. I'm gonna talk a little bit more about this person in my predictions section, so if you're interested in hearing my thoughts about Fang Xin, you can check that out. But let's just say I'm leaving him in this area for a reason. And lastly, one of the biggest setups and reveals of Season 1 has to do with ashes. In episode 5, Sun Lang tells HuaLian that ashes are a ghost's biggest weakness. Destroy the ashes, and the ghost is dead. He also proceeds to tell HuaLian of a custom among ghosts where they give their ashes to a loved one, someone they trust. This is a very risky thing to do because if the relationship turns sour, you've basically put your life in their hands. However, Sun Lang's reasoning is that if you give them to someone you trust, they can do whatever they want with them. Fast forward to episode 12, and we see HuaLian waking up with Sun Lang gone, HuaChang is gone, and in his place there is a ring around his neck. And because of the setup of season 1, I immediately thought it was his ashes. I know they didn't even explicitly say it, but some of you guys also said that that was the first thing you thought, and that made me feel a little vindicated. So I did this really high effort, strange little art project where I used tape. I had some shimmering tape and I cut pieces of it and pasted it on paper and made HuaLian a ring on a chain. It's HuaChang's ashes. It's better than a big note that says ashes, right? Ta-da! I mean, it's really big compared to his cutout, but it's cute. I like it. He's very cute. And lastly, my HuaLian heart. I'm not throwing this away. This is just something that shows you and shows me that the best character in this show is HuaLian. It's non-negotiable and I love him with all my heart. And so, this is the board going into season 2. There's so much space in this corner, and this is where I'm planning on doing like most of the things that are happening. And there's also so much space around all the characters for new pieces of information. After the whole Pei Shaw blunder, I'm not getting caught off guard again. Oh my god! I am so satisfied with this board actually, and I am super ready to start filling it up with new faces and new information. But before we get to that, while as you know I have established my own religion, I am also very interested in other religions that may coexist with the belief of Corkboardism. One of them is a religion I personally follow. So can I interest you in the Church of HuaLian? AKA I watched episode 12 so much. And I wrote 2 pages of notes, mainly HuaLian related notes. Like there's a really nice part about HuaLian and Banyu as well, where they talk a little bit about the mistakes that they have made throughout the years. But oh my god, HuaLian. Like I think I gave a pretty comprehensive analysis post-reaction in the last episode. You're very welcome to rewatch that as well. But in short, my conclusion is a lot still needs to happen. But we are establishing something really good. And like I could break down every single part of the conversation they are having in this episode, but I want you to notice something. I want you to notice how their conversation goes from more general topics, questions and answers that are really quite easy to navigate in casual conversation, but slowly the issues they talk about start to become deeply personal ones. Conversations like these builds closeness, and this is actually deeply realistic. I had to look this up, but there's this study done by Arthur and Elaine Aron who have been researching love for a long time. They have this really interesting experiment where for 45 minutes, 2 strangers had to come together in a room and ask each other questions. These questions started as very simple ones that were easy to share, but as time went on, the questions became more and more personal. Like asking about what is your biggest regret? Things like that. And the participants, after the experiment finished, reported feeling closeness to this stranger they met just shy of an hour ago, at the same level as some of their close acquaintances. This sort of self-disclosure and this mutual show of vulnerability is part of what makes us feel close to someone. The implications of this study is that you can actually, in a sense, reverse engineer closeness to people, but only if you are mutually. But in the case of HuaLian, I don't think any sort of reverse engineering has been going on. This was very natural. And it has also been going on throughout the season from when they first meet. Like at the start of the episode, they're just having a little bit of banter, a little casual conversation about their identities, fooling around, having a great time. But after HuaLian's conversation with Banyue, which Hua Chang did over here, we touch on topics that are sensitive to the both of them. The first one for HuaLian being his past, the things he said versus how things have turned out. This is something that brings him a lot of embarrassment. It's not something he's really proud of, even though his intentions were good. And I really love Hua Chang's reassurance in this section. And then in the case of Hua Chang, we start walking in on the topic of his real form, touching more on his feelings of self-depreciation. He thinks of himself as a monster, a hideous beast. But HuaLian, despite all of this, wants to see his real form and says that he will love it because it's him. Like, there are so many nuances in this whole scene. Honestly, it's worth the rewatch. It's worth 5 rewatches. I've seen it at least 5 times now. Also, the hand reach as they're going to sleep. Hua Chang nearly touching him, but then he doesn't. That killed me. What was my point in all of this? My point is that HuaLian's relationship is really fucking special. You hardly see things like this in fiction. Like, yes, there are all the tropes with the backstory and stuff that appeals to me personally, but just judging from now, from when they met in, what was it, like episode 4, like properly met, and then going forward until now, the conversations they're having, the topics they're picking, the closeness that they are slowly building from scratch, becoming to each other something they have been looking for. For HuaLian, someone who he can easily talk to without the acting and the decorums of heaven. To Hua Chang, someone who accepts him, who wants to accept everything about him that he himself views as a flaw. I'm getting a little emotional. It is too early to cry. It's only like 12. I did spend like 2 hours fixing this fucking board. I hope you appreciate my efforts. If you do, you should leave a... Am I likes fishing again? I started likes fishing. I've never done this before. I watched too many reaction videos and now I'm like automatically trying to copy reaction video behavior. I do appreciate the likes, but it's whatever. But yeah, this is just one of the reasons why I really appreciate HuaLian's relationship, both as individual characters and what they are doing together, becoming together. They really do make me feel love. You know who else makes me feel love? My wonderful followers over at the Corkboard Temple. Just look at me. In Corkboardism, we follow the principles of the BBC, the boards, books, and caffeine. And I am surrounded by all of these things. So this is the section where I thank my followers from the bottom of my heart for their donations. And yes, they do get perks in the shape of preview videos and another couple of things. But the full reaction videos always goes up public and are available to everyone at the same time. There's absolutely no need for you to support me by giving me donations. And I do have a new perk coming up for all of my viewers. Like, if you're interested. The thing is, I am equally interested in interacting with all of you. Whether you are a supporter or not does not matter to me. All your interactions, everything you bring to life in the comment section is so dear to me and has really helped shape my journey. So for anyone who is interested, watch until the very end and there'll be something special waiting for you. Or, you know, if it's possible for you, you can just skip to the end and check it out now. I promise it will be worth it. Now then, it's time for mentions. And holy fuck, this whole board needs to... Like, we are getting to the point where this board might actually be too small. I never thought this would happen. For now, we should be fine. I'll have to move around stuff a little bit, but again, seriously, so darn grateful for all of your support. This is beyond anything I'd ever hoped for. Just again, thank you guys so much. So should we do the new followers first? Let's do the new followers first this time around. I think I had as many as, 15 maybe new followers since last time? Better just get started. So shout out to 707, thank you for your donation. Thank you also to Sky and to Samu. Super grateful to Dean Catcher and also to Muley. Muley actually recently helped me out with something. I can't talk about it right now, but you'll know later. So thank you for making my days more emotive. Big thank you to user Yvette and also Mel. There is also user Strawberry Tree, and I wonder if they might not be the mysterious someone who donated to me a little while back, because it came from the same account, but now with an actual name. So replacing that for a slightly bigger name tag, thank you so much for coming back. So that wasn't actually a new follower, that might have been a repeat, but oh well. You already know I'm quite a mess. Another one I'm not sure of is Willow, because there is another Willow. Tell me if this is the same Willow, and I'll combine your name tags. But for now, thank you so much, Willow. Because like there could be two Willows, so I shouldn't make assumptions. Thank you so much to Emma Slavine, who came back a couple of times over the past 2 weeks. And the same can be said for C Banana, who also came back for a couple of donations. Thank you so much. Then we have DKW Morgan, thank you so much for your generous donation. I want to thank Maddie, who came through with a huge donation, so thank you so much. You'll receive this little cat pin guardian for your name tag. Gigi, thank you so much, both for your donation and for your wonderful, wonderful banter. You've also earned a flower pin today. And lastly, from my new donations, thank you so much to Rabbit for your generous donation. You will also be receiving this cute grey cat pin to guard your name tag. That's it for the new followers, and now I'll throw some spotlight on the followers who have come back repeatedly to give new offerings. Nin Tennessee, thank you so much for coming back to give another offering. So I'll be upgrading your name tag. Misty, thank you so much for coming back and giving another donation. You will be receiving a bigger name tag and also a cat guardian to go with it. And the same goes for Rennie. Thank you so much for coming back to give another donation. Special thanks to Toasted Toad, who will be receiving their flower pin. The same goes for the wonderful Misfortunes. Thank you for always leaving such kind words for me, Dee. Will also be receiving a flower pin today. And as will Aaron. So thank you guys for your generous donations. The lovely Cup Noodle Cat will also get their name tag upgraded and a flower pin added to it. And the same goes for Luang Ge. Oh, and Bridge, thank you so much for coming back to give another donation. You already have a cat guardian, so I'll be adding some more hearts to your name tag to remember. Thank you. And last, but certainly not least, thank you so much, SJ. I am seriously just blown away by your generosity. You are in fact currently my biggest supporter, so you do have the biggest name tag now. So of course you too get to have this beautiful cat pin up by your name tag to make sure nothing happens to it. And for being one of my biggest supporters, you will also have the white flower next to your name. Wow. Just looking at this board makes me speechless. This is representative of a room full of people who have felt strongly enough about my content to want to support me like this. Oh wow. Guys, season 1 was full of ups and downs and a lot of technical issues and bad turns of luck. But all your support, of course, both in the shape of your wonderful comments and your encouraging well wishes and just everything, has been such a help. But the fact that I've had the funds to help replace the mic that got broken, to get all these lovely corkboards, and to collect all the books of this show that I am sure is going to be like one of the biggest obsessions of my 2025. Honestly, a little touched. Oh no. I am super touched, fuck. No feelings on camera, nothing sad happened. This is so beautiful. Just seriously, thank you guys so much for your donations. And if you do want to join this wonderful group of people up here on the donation board, the directions to the Temple of Corkboards will be in the description, and we are always welcoming new followers. With all that out of the way, the only thing left to do before we watch the episode is to give my predictions. I have made some predictions for season 2 as a whole and predictions for what will happen in this episode. I already watched the opening for season 2, which got its own reaction video, and I talked a little bit about what I expect, judging from what happened in that opening. And the first thing I'm going to talk about is the ghost town. In the opening, we see HuaLian walking through this very Studio Ghibli inspired ghost town, full of all these ghostly creatures. What is he doing there? In the same sequence, we also see HuaChang by himself, but it looks like he might be watching HuaLian. So I am thinking that for some reason, HuaLian is going to the ghost realm. I think this will happen pretty soon, and I think this is where HuaChang and HuaLian will meet again. You see, the last episode of season 1 closes on the promise that HuaChang makes to HuaLian that the next time they will meet, he will show him his real form. So I think this is where this will happen. I mean, where else would HuaChang not need to wear a disguise? The ghost realm, because he's a ghost, right? So why is HuaLian there? Does he have a mission that makes it so that he needs to go there to get information about something? Maybe from a dead person who's now a ghost. Maybe he is looking for HuaChang because he needs his help. Or maybe he simply misses him. It's okay, HuaLian, I miss him too. So that's one of my predictions. The next theory I've kind of been shaping up after the opening is about the scene where we see HuaLian holding a sword that is dripping with blood. I have been told that season 2 is the angst season. What I haven't determined yet is whether the angst is of the past or of the present. And this is where we talk about Function. Function, the state preceptor, the evil preceptor of the Central Plains. We know for a fact that HuaLian has collected trash in Yong'an, aka the kingdom where Function apparently was, and therefore it is highly suspect that HuaLian is somehow connected with Function. With all the scenes that we see in the opening, and the fact that it's already been hinted to me by the people in the comments that Function is a central part of season 2, I am currently leaning towards this theory. Function is someone HuaLian knows, and probably someone he cared about. I think that Function is a little bit like the Banyue situation. Someone who's ended up making really bad choices. And HuaLian, in this case, was there to see it and has to deal with it. One thing we do know about HuaLian is that he cares about the people. He cares about mortals, and he doesn't want them to get harmed. So if Function was doing something that harmed a lot of people, HuaLian might have felt forced to step in. Like, my standing theory is that he helped topple Function, but now that theory is also colored by the fact that I think he knew Function more intimately than I previously thought. We also see HuaLian wearing a mask in the opening, and first I suspected he might have been wearing it in order to go to the ghost realm, but in the first shots he's not wearing it at all. So I'm thinking maybe he was wearing it in the past when he was in Yong'an. Maybe he had a reason to hide his identity there. Either way, I'm not sure of the details, but this is my current theory regarding Function, the state preceptor. Another prediction I have, fed to me by you guys, is that HuaChang goes to heaven. Yeah, I made this really convoluted joke because I forgot to put heaven up on the board a couple of episodes ago, and then I realized that maybe HuaLian actually went to heaven at some point, and yeah. But your response to that joke makes me think that, yeah, he will go to heaven. Maybe even soon. But why? I can only think of him going to heaven because he's going with HuaLian, or because HuaLian might be in some sort of danger. Does that mean that the grace of heaven will be revealed to us even sooner than, later in the series? Book 2 is quite soon, right? Out of, 8? But yeah, that is a prediction that is definitely colored by the comments, and for anyone who doesn't know this yet, I don't mind getting a little spoiled from your interactions with me, as long as it's not major spoilers. Because these kinds of spoilers are really only because I read into things a bit too much sometimes. And like I've said like a dozen times now, I treat this as a big watch party. I'm the person who hasn't seen the media, and I don't mind trying to weasel information out of you guys. It's what you would do with friends, and I feel like it's a very natural way of doing this. But of course, because I spend so much time making these series, I do hope that I will not get like a major spoiler. And I trust you guys not to do that to me. And lastly, the name of this episode, which I glimpsed, I'm sorry, is The Ghost King Appears. This could be referring to HuaLian, so this could be the episode where we are already reuniting our main pair. Or this could be another one of the Ghost Kings. Could this be Bai Wuxiang popping up again already? I mean, there's also Blackwater. I tend to forget about him. That's it for Ghost Kings, right? There's only 3? Like, there's Chi-Rong, but he's not really a king. Guys, it's time. I really think it's time. I have been hearing about season 2 since I started season 1. So I have to admit my expectations are high, but I already enjoyed season 1 so much. So if season 2 is just, at the level of season 1, I will be very satisfied. Something tells me that I should trust you on this though. Not trying to get my hopes up too high, but oh wow, I can really feel it. The anticipation of getting to start a new season of a show that you're falling in love with. Like, my heart is beating, guys. So thank you again for being with me this far. And now, let's take the next steps on this journey into season 2 of Heaven Official's Blessing. Let's roll. Here we are. Holy shit. Oh gosh, let's go. Wait, straight into it? No Billy? Okay, that's alright. We're at the temple. Ah, starting with some music, looking at his offerings. Good morning, HuaLian. Oh, he's so gorgeous. Why are they spending so much time making him even prettier than... Oh my god. Are you missing him? Is that what this is?
HuaLian.
The ring. The ashes. Does he know what it is?
Lingwen.
Lingwen! Here we are, telepathic matrix already, let's go.
It's been a while. How have you been?
It sure has been.
Now is not the time for pleasantries.
Her
You've been
bags.
summoned. Return to the heavens at once.
Because of Baiyu.
Correct. You are expected at the Palace of Divine Might.
Divine
I
Might.
understand.
Emperor? Is this the Emperor introduction? Heaven looks really grand, actually. I love how much effort they put into making it feel like such a big, grand place. He's here. He's showing up.
How long has it been?
Function! That's Function. He's looking good. And this is mooching, I'm guessing. Yeah, yes it is. They're parallels, of course. I know, girls, I know. This is so exciting. And this is where the opening comes in? Yes. This intro is a banger! I am so excited, I hardly know what to do with myself. Sing it, Luhan. Like, that guy could very well be the Emperor then. Here we go. It's an amazing opening, and we are going straight into gathering every key player at the heavenly building, palace, place.
Why is he here?
Is it HuaLian?
Don't make eye contact!
No way! Why are you guys like this? You don't deserve him. You're such a troll, HuaLian. Rude?
Lovely day, isn't it?
He's so cute. He's so
Your
pretty.
Highness!
Oh! Wait, no. Another one. Another highness.
Honestly, how do you expect to enter the palace without your medallion?
This is the
Not
character.
that hard.
He's in the opening.
Of course. Of all the
Highness.
crown princes in heaven, I'm not the one anyone wants.
Oh, HuaLian, don't say that.
Hey there! Good day to you, your highness.
He said hi. Look at this cutie. He said hi to him. That's a positive. That's a plus in my book. All right.
Did he think that servant was calling to him? How embarrassing.
Prince Taihua is the only one who embodies the noble elegance of his station.
What?
Unlike that one who's been living off of garbage.
Oh my god.
Yong'an was a far stronger kingdom than Xinlu ever was, so of course they'd have a better
Both
power.
officials.
Wait. They're talking so much shit, but also there's like a few things being dropped here. Yong'an was a better kingdom than Shanle ever was. Is that... They mentioned Yong'an. And that was another highness. Was he like a prince of Yong'an? Oh wow. Okay, I'll just watch and see. I'm not really sure, or if they're just shit-talking HuaLian in general. And I didn't catch that name, like, at all. I really need to watch the subtitles for that. But holy fuck, I don't remember them being this vicious in the first season. I completely understand why HuaLian doesn't want to spend time up here. Like, he's smiling and walking around and, like, being having a little fun, but holy shit, this is so bad. They're literally talking about him right behind his back, and he can probably hear this, right? Completely understand why he wants to stay in the mortal realm. And why he thinks the ghost realm sounds nice. I wouldn't want to remember these guys' names either. Holy shit, why are there so many haters in heaven? Okay, looking forward to learning more about that new character. He was in the opening. I can't remember exactly what he does, but he looks quite angry when we see him. I recognize him because of his head crown thing. Circlet?
Your Highness,
Oh dear, not again.
everyone's waiting on you.
Ooh.
Do you know what General Pei Jr.'s punishment will be?
It's exile.
I
Exile,
see.
huh?
That's not bad.
He should be able to return to his post after his banishment, if his believers don't scatter in the interim.
True, he'd cease to be.
Okay, that's a nice
By
mechanic.
the way, any news about the boy I asked you to find?
Yeah, finally.
Nothing yet. I'll look into redoubling our efforts in the meantime.
But
I
nothing.
appreciate it.
Oh, this is cool. That's him, next to Ling Wen. Oh my gosh. That's him.
Shanle, you've arrived.
Hello!
Majesty, there are still some heavenly officials out on patrol.
I know. Their absence has been noted. Shanle, enlighten us. Do you know why you're here?
To speak on a matter I thought settled. The matter of Bangyue Pass, Majesty.
I assure you it is far from resolved. Even I'm curious as to how
Oh
it
gosh,
will play out.
stop. I am not ready. There's a new entry here already. I was not ready. Hello? Hello, oh heavenly father?
Shanle, you've arrived.
Oh my gosh! What was that? Okay, I am so distracted by this character already. One, his character design is off the charts. Like, he screams heavenly super person. Like, the armor on his side and everything, and then he opened his mouth. This is the guy. This is the man I've been waiting for. I have no idea what to expect. But as of right now, he does seem quite cold. And I wonder if seeing HuaLian here, once again involved with something that he probably shouldn't have been involved with, kind of reignites those feelings of disappointment that I've been suspecting. Let's keep watching and see what happens.
To speak on a matter I thought settled. The matter of Bangyue Pass, Majesty.
I assure you it is far from resolved.
All right, and
Even
who's
I'm
this?
curious as to how it will play out.
It's Pei Ming. Holy shit, all the major players. All of them.
I am grateful to His Highness. You did well taking care of Pei Jr.
Oh my god.
Thank you, but my actions are not deserving of such praise.
Say it with some more sincerity, won't you? Oh shit!
That's General Pei Jr.'s clone. What could have injured him so badly?
General, what is this?
So you can imagine my shock when I uncovered the truth. As you know, Pei Jr.'s clone is not as powerful as his true self, but it should have been enough to handle the wrath at
Hey,
Banyan
sure.
Pass. Yet here it lies defeated. My interrogation of Pei Jr. had not yet yielded answers, so I pressed further. I didn't know what to expect, but it wasn't what I found.
Are they
Prince
going
Shinlo
to...
had a shadow by way of a young man clad in all red, who just happened to slaughter all the soldiers turned rats in Banyua.
Oh
I don't
no!
wish to insult your highness.
Did he show up just to air out all of HuaLian's laundry? Did you come here to tell everyone that the Crown Prince of Shanle has a ghost husband? This is so petty. Oh my gosh. At the same time, I do realize that this is Pei Ming taking the focus away from what is happening around Pei Shaw and shifting it over to HuaLian. I don't know how this is gonna play out. I am shaking. This is so intense. I'm gonna go back a little bit and just rewatch it and see if I missed anything and then let it go again.
Thank you, but my actions are not deserving of such praise.
Holy shit.
General, what is this?
It looks so
you can
good
imagine
though.
my shock when I uncovered the truth. I didn't know what to expect, but it wasn't what I found. Prince Shinlo had a shadow by way of a young man clad in all red. I don't wish to insult your highness, but the truth is worth it. So, who was he?
Oh my gosh, mooching and function are right there.
I can't say I recall. We did rescue some merchants at Bangyue Pass. He could have been with them. Who knows?
Really?
Oh,
But how
wow.
can that be true? Pei Jr. was emphatic that you two were very close. How could you forget someone that important to you?
General Pei. You've shown only General Pei Jr.'s side of the story, the one guilty of the crimes at hand.
Oh my god.
As such, don't you think it's best that we weigh his words carefully?
A fair point. General Nan Yang and General Xuan Zhen. Could you inspect the clone?
I did not catch anything that happened in the past 20 seconds, but oh my goodness! Exhibit A, the horsetail whisk thing.
Side of the story.
Exhibit
the
B,
one guilty of the crimes
the
at
level
hand.
of sass. It's Windmaster. It's fucking Windmaster, guys. Oh my goodness, it's Windmaster! In the form that Function, aka Non-Fong, would probably have recognized. We have multi-gendering characters. Oh my lord. I'm going to need to print even more pictures. I have nothing else to say except for my excitement. Let me watch this again and actually listen to what they are saying because I got so distracted just now. But as expected, Windmaster is calling Pei Ming out for only telling this side of the story. But HuaLian is trying to hide the fact that he knows Hua Chang right now. Is that gonna backfire on him? We'll see.
But how can that be true? Pei Jr. was emphatic that you two were very close. How could you forget someone that important to you?
General Pei. You've shown only General Pei Jr.'s side of the story.
He's so good.
As such, don't you think it's best that we weigh his words carefully?
General Nan Yang and General Xuan Zhen. Could you inspect the
Called
clone?
to the floor. Why the two of them specifically, though? Are they gonna cover for him?
Is there anything of note, generals?
Yes.
It fell to Ming.
Yes.
It fell to Ming.
Do what? What did he say?
It fell to Ming.
It fell to...
That's the scimitar Hua Chang used when he fought those 33.
What he said. The sword Hua Chang used. I know this name. I've seen it written down. I just didn't know how to pronounce it or how to listen for it. Arming. It fell to Arming. That's what he said. Oh my god. Everyone's looking really
Hua
troubled.
Chang used when he fought those 33 officials.
But thank you for sharing your expertise with us, General.
Oh my gosh.
It appears my suspicions about this young man were correct. Now tell me, Your Highness, How complicated is this web you're in?
Oh no.
General Pei, are you saying Prince Shenle colluded with the Ghost King to frame Pei Jr.?
Do I know them?
Of course not.
HuaLian,
Collusion
catch
is a strong
on!
word that I didn't use. But is His Highness immune to foul tricks?
General Pei,
Are they
don't trust
accusing
me.
him?
Trust Windmaster. We were both there to bear witness to General
He caught
Pei
on.
Jr.'s confession.
He caught on.
We are standing before the Emperor. He would know if a spell was cast on me.
I see. So Pei Ming is going really hard in with the accusations, and again, I think it's all about the fact that he wants to take the attention away from the whole Pei Shou thing. Like, he stands to lose quite a lot in this whole mess. Like, I imagine he has invested a lot into his whole plan of hopefully making Pei Shou the martial god of the West. And also, his reputation is suffering quite a lot, not only from this whole mess, but also from the first arc of season 1. Like, he's been taking hits, and I understand why he's trying to derail. But HuaLian realized that Windmaster is there. Windmaster is there, and he, she, they. The Windmaster should be its own pronoun, honestly. What an icon. The Windmaster is here, and they will make sure that the focus is not taken away from Pei Shou. Pei Ming isn't outrightly accusing HuaLian of being best mates with a Ghost King, but insinuates that he could be affected by Hua Chang's deceit. But HuaLian is quick to hit back with the fact that, well, the Emperor is here. He's powerful as fuck. He would know if I was affected by any spells. So what are you gonna say now, Mingguang? Let's keep watching.
But let's assume you are right. Hua Cheng was there. How is that relevant to what General Pei Jr. did?
Real.
How is his presence relevant at all? Except to search for a scapegoat.
Regardless, it warrants re-examination.
Oh my
Starting with
gosh.
you handing over the Imperial Preceptor, Ban Yua.
For what?
General, stop! It doesn't matter. I did it.
Pei
I
Shou.
failed.
Oh,
Don't
no.
throw your life away for that witch. Now shut up!
Oh my
General,
god.
This is no one's fault but my own. Let me face it. And the consequences.
Holy shit, in those few seconds, Pei Shou just like, my opinion of him just skyrocketed. Like, I totally get what Mingguang is doing and why he is doing it, but for Pei Shou to come out and take the blame as he justly should. This is so tense and I keep pausing, but there are so many important details and moments here that really fuels my experience of this show. I am so sorry, guys. I'm probably gonna be pausing like every fucking 5 seconds. But this was so good. That was so important. And it makes me feel better on behalf of Banyue. And it makes me a little emotional, actually. Like, I have this one commenter who has said that they really enjoy Pei Shou for being this. And I can see that right now. I really felt that. Thank you, Pei Shou. Perhaps you are the superior Pei after all. I don't like your tone, Pei Ming. What do you mean? For that witch? Still vaguely hoping for Xuanji's curse from episode 3 to bite him in the ass. I want him to fall in love and I want it to hurt. Am I petty? I'm a little petty. So is he.
I've heard enough.
Father
The
said
matter
shut
is
up.
settled. See that Pei Jr. is exiled.
Oh gosh.
But what of the wounds on his clone? The ones that were left by Ming?
A matter for another day.
I pray that day is soon.
I will be looking into it.
Okay.
You need not worry about it. That will be all for now. Xianle, you stay.
Oh no. Oh, they stayed as well? Are they not gonna leave? They're leaving. Yeah, you've just been hanging out with them and they're just like pretending that nothing happens. There he goes. There they go.
Xing Xuan, behave yourself.
Xing
For your
Xuan.
brother's sake.
Xing Xuan.
General Pei.
Brother?
That might work if I feared him, but I don't.
Hold on. What was that name?
Xing Xuan,
Xing
behave
Xuan.
yourself. For your brother's sake.
Brother.
General Pei. That might work if I feared him, but I don't.
You. It's your fault things turned out this way.
Pei Jr.'s actions were his own. Or weren't you listening?
I love them. Awkward. Okay, Windmaster. We had a name drop for Windmaster. Again, no idea how to spell it. I'll look for it in the subs or in the comments, whichever comes first. Windmaster has a brother, and he makes a comment about not being afraid of him. So his brother is someone powerful? Could his brother be Yi Zhen, the martial god of the West? Because Pei Ming wants to replace Yi Zhen with Pei Shuo, right? So there could be something going on here. Noting that down. Now to see what the Emperor wants with HuaLian, because as I've been saying, this should have happened once HuaLian ascended, right? It's been a while now, so what is he going to say? This is so tense. Oh? It's the guy, the Crown Prince Highness person from earlier. Crown Prince? Just Prince? I don't know. He's sleeping. You're waking him up?
Time to wake up.
Oh my gosh. That's so cute.
What happened?
The meeting's over.
Already? Not good. I missed everything.
It wasn't important. You're fine.
Why is he so cute?
That's one less thing to worry about, I guess.
This is so cute. And if what the people earlier said is right, he is a prince of Yong'an, the kingdom that appeared sometimes after Shanle fell. So they are both princes of basically what was at some point the same area, perhaps even the same people, just generations apart. This is a sweet parallel. Like, I have this feeling, it makes me feel warm. Like the way he shows that little act of affection for him. Maybe a little like he is showing affection to the prince that he once was, right? I don't know how to explain that feeling, but it made me feel warm on behalf of HuaLian. And also this character. And now the opening is making me anxious.
Thanks for waking me.
Oh, wow.
You've been busy.
Oh my god.
Leaving me behind, abandoned in ignorance.
Oh my god.
Shanle, forgive me. So you admit that you've done something wrong.
This is a bit... I don't know how to feel about this. It seems like the Emperor kind of changed.
Shanle.
It seems like he kind of changed his demeanor a little just now. I don't know if I should be scared.
You've been busy.
Smiling.
Leaving me behind, abandoned in ignorance.
Oh gosh.
Shanle, forgive me. So
Is he
you admit
admitting
that
it?
you've done something wrong.
I do.
You have. But do you know what? How disappointing.
Oh my god. I feel like I'm
Shanle
kind of
is all grown
right.
up now. The fact you've selfishly kept hidden by disappearing 800 years ago.
Oh my god.
I sent you down with the expectation of some contact, yet you chose to torture us both with silence. Then you ascend, and still you don't report to me. If you or anyone else, this willful disrespect would have been dealt with long ago. I hope your sorry wasn't for that attack.
What does this
There's no
mean?
need. As you've said, forget the forgotten.
I wish I could.
Then let us look forward together. There is much you are needed for.
Okay, I need to watch that again. They were saying quite a lot, and this is like fleshing out their relationship quite a lot. I'm getting so much information from this. Holy shit.
Shanle is all grown up now.
Right.
The fact you've selfishly kept hidden by disappearing 800 years ago, yet you chose to torture us both with silence.
Okay, so what he's saying is that HuaLian has been gone for those 800 years. We already knew that. But he deliberately chose to be silent, chose not to contact anyone. Well, apparently he could have. We sort of already knew that. Like I've been saying that it seems like he has avoided making contact with the people from heaven and people he knew in the past. My theory being that it's because of his complicated feelings about this whole thing and the fact that he's now very uncomfortable with being in heaven at all. That's my interpretation anyway. Okay, next point.
Then you ascend, and still you don't report to me. If you
What
or
is
anyone
this
else, this
mural?
willful disrespect would have been dealt with. I hope your sorry wasn't for that attack. Then let us look forward together. There is much you are needed for.
For what attack? For is it like an attack in the sense of he didn't report to him after he ascended? Was he supposed to? Like, I've been talking about it like the Emperor not showing up to say hi to HuaLian, but maybe it should have been the other way around, and he purposefully avoided doing it. And that's an attack. That was an attack on the Emperor. If it was anyone else, your insubordination would have been dealt with. So why not? From season 1, episode 1, we learned that the Emperor had his eye on HuaLian, like he saw his potential before he even ascended. I think this adds to my current theory. But not only is this about interest, is HuaLian, or was HuaLian, his favorite? As in, someone he had big plans for. Just like how Ming Guang had plans for Pei Shou, HuaLian was to the Emperor someone with a lot of talent and a lot of power, probably. Like, maybe he was hoping to make him probably not his successor, because gods don't die, especially not the most powerful gods, I guess, but someone high up in heaven's hierarchy. And he's saying to forgive and forget, basically, that we should move on because HuaLian, you are needed for things. I am so intrigued by this character already, but I am so torn. Like, coming from the first half of this episode with all these gods being such shits towards HuaLian, the fact that he has heavy hitters, in fact, the heaviest hitter in all of heaven behind him, that feels good. That feels like vindication. But Hua Chang doesn't like him. And while character-wise it makes sense for Hua Chang not to like the Emperor for having banished HuaLian and put him in a position that is not favorable to him, even though HuaLian said that he thinks it was well-deserved. So character-wise, yes, it makes sense for Hua Chang to hate him. But narratively speaking, that is a tidbit of information that's been planted with us early on. I wonder if, and because we have been talking about heaven, turning grey, it wouldn't be that surprising if the Emperor is, at the core of it. He is the one leading heaven, after all. So maybe he even thinks that he is acting righteously, that he is doing the right thing, but from our perspective, as Team HuaLian, we will find flaws and faults with their thinking. And like, we already have a lot of flaws with heaven's thinking about mortals and ghosts. Oh gosh, I have so many thoughts, and I haven't even reached like the halfway point of this episode. Gosh, why am I like this?
There is much you are needed for.
Shenle is but a threadbare mortal now, a useless thing. I only hope to not be a burden.
Such a low opinion. Does it account for the jobs well done since coming back?
You've been doing well, come on.
General Pei would disagree.
Ming Guang's fine, however. You're not. How'd you seduce trouble this time?
I didn't, I swear. Your Majesty, all I did was meet an interesting man.
I see.
He's so cute.
That was all? A chance encounter? Are you aware of the consequences had you confessed this in front of the other officials?
Yes, I'm aware.
Okay, so...
Majesty, is this an interrogation?
I think my trust in you is implicit.
As do I.
That said, you've made things complicated.
How so?
A week ago, a massive
Wait, we're going into some more exposition for something now. I feel it coming. But yeah, so HuaLian has basically confessed to the Emperor that everything that they said is basically true. He has been hanging around Hua Chang. Without saying it with words, the implication is there. He doesn't seem too mad with HuaLian about it, but it doesn't seem like it was great information for him either. Let's see what he wants now.
A week ago, a massive pillar of fire exploded into the sky from deep within the mountains.
Okay.
Yet no casualties were reported.
The ascending fire dragon. The flames of that spell are harmless. It's a signal.
A cry for help.
Signal.
No doubt cast from a heavenly official desperate enough to risk their life in using it.
Alright, here's
Your
the
Majesty,
plot.
are there any officials unaccounted for?
Banyue Pass was not the only reason I recalled everyone here. Pretense to verify their whereabouts.
Okay.
The Rainmaster and Earthmaster are infamously elusive, but everyone else either arrived or gave notice.
Okay.
And the retired officials?
That is a much bigger problem.
Are there any ghost or monster lairs nearby? Anything that would make an official risk their life to call for help?
Yes.
Okay.
What do you know of Ghost City?
Ghost
Just
City.
rumors. It's the ghost realm's crown jewel, at the border of yin and yang.
It's a wretched den of iniquity, and the perfect place to hide a heavenly official's tracks. We cannot intrude without cause. Any investigation will have to be handled discreetly.
Okay, I was right on the money. He is sending HuaLian to go investigate Ghost City because a heavenly official who is unaccounted for has ended up there. Earthmaster and Rainmaster were name dropped. Earthmaster for the second time, Rainmaster for the first, so we finally have an official reason to put Rainmaster on the board. So they sent out a spell that doesn't harm anyone, but it's a cry for help. And the Emperor called everyone to heaven in order to figure out who it might have been. And he's suspecting that the heavenly official is in Ghost City. And that's why HuaLian has to go to the Ghost Realm to try and find this official. Alright, let's do it.
Sire, please send me.
That's no longer an option.
No?
I'm sorry.
But why? What's changed?
First, the city resides in Long Qianchou's jurisdiction.
Okay.
I can work with him.
Second, do you know who currently presides over Ghost City?
Do I? Is it HuaCheng?
Your relationship seems amiable, which could work in our favor.
Oh my god!
My concern is with his likely involvement. If that makes you uncomfortable, I can find someone else.
No, sire. I doubt he's involved. You don't know him like I do.
Shanla, I trust your judgment. I also know you give the benefit of the doubt all too freely.
Oh my god, there was so much happening just now. I'll have to go back and rewatch that part again. He just told HuaLian he has to work with someone who has, jurisdiction over this area. Let's try listen again.
First, the city resides in Long Qianchou's jurisdiction.
Okay, so HuaLian wants to go. The Emperor says no, but I feel like he kind of intends to use HuaLian's connection to HuaCheng anyway, so whatever about that. But the Long Qianchou, I could not catch that. But it's in someone else's jurisdiction, and HuaLian has to work with them on this mission if he goes.
Your relationship seems amiable, which could work in our favor. My concern is with his likely involvement.
So he thinks HuaCheng is involved.
No, sire. I doubt he's involved. You don't know him like I do.
That's cute, HuaLian. Protecting your boyfriend.
I also know you give the benefit of the doubt all too freely.
Your Majesty makes me sound like a little princess.
Oh gosh.
With all respect, those words don't suit me anymore.
You're right. I fear I've said too much. But be careful of HuaCheng, especially with his demonic scimitar. The dreaded Ming. It's a cursed blade, the kind of weapon forged from cruel determination and bloody sacrifice. A thing of the truest evil. Touch it or let it touch you, and the consequences would be beyond imagining.
Oh my god.
How sinister.
But I'd rather you not do it alone. Any thoughts on who should accompany you?
No. Someone friendly and powerful would be nice, but I'm fine with anyone.
Someone friendly? Well, that would exclude Nanyang and Xuanzhen. How are things with them? Have you had a chance to talk?
Only a bit.
After so many years, a bit is all you can do?
They've talked a lot,
Wasn't
actually.
Nanyang's palace among the many palaces you destroyed with this third ascension?
Oh no!
I paid them back. Well,
That's really
Thanks
petty
to
of
your
you, Miss
Majesty.
Remper, sir.
Save your thanks for Nanyang. Ling Wen told me he'd approached her privately and said you didn't need to repay the damages.
I was wondering why I cleared the debt so easily.
I called it. I called this one. Nanyang went to Lingwen and cleared the debt. That's why HuaLian didn't have to pay back all the credits. Fucking hell. We kind of knew that. Like from episode 4, we already kind of knew that. But gosh, the Emperor knows a lot about HuaLian and his relationships, and because of that, we are now learning a little bit more about them as well. And we're now deciding who's gonna go on this quest with HuaLian. Someone friendly and powerful? I know a person. I mean, who else would it be? We wouldn't send Ling Wen on this. Maybe we will be introduced to more characters, but I'm getting my hopes up.
Now I know.
Nanyang had asked to keep this secret. You'll have to pretend you don't know.
Oh my god, fucking
Don't tell
Nanyang.
anyone is such a
Function.
useless phrase in this world.
How about Windmaster?
I'm not sure how willing she would be to work with me.
Windmaster is highly proficient in magic. Very congenial. I'd say that meets your criteria. And when we last spoke, she had nothing but praise for you.
Let's
So
go.
if it's not too much, I'd like her to accompany you. Now then, remember to do your best, which means taking care of yourself.
Oh my god.
Don't be stupid, and stay out of danger.
Your Majesty, I'll be fine.
I'll have someone find Windmaster. In the meantime, go rest at HuaLian Palace.
Yes. What?
I had it erected for you.
Oh my
A
god.
god shouldn't have to cram into a decrepit shack forever.
Oh my god. Mixed feelings about
Oh
this.
well, at least it's here if I need it.
Hello, Your Highness.
Hello, Windmaster.
Oh yes. Good day.
Well, I'm here now, so let's go.
Sorry, but I can't.
Wait.
Why's that?
I'm waiting for someone.
Huh? You're waiting for me.
No. I'm waiting for the Windmaster?
Didn't you? I thought you caught on. I thought he caught on. I thought he knew that while he was standing
That's
in the
what I
hall.
said. Come on now. Don't you recognize the Windmaster Qing Xuan?
Well, not like that.
Ching Shui.
Like how?
Like nothing.
What? Is this form not pretty enough?
Oh my god.
It's good. Just good can't be pretty. And man or woman, I know I am drop dead gorgeous.
Yes,
Speaking of,
you are.
you know we're going to have to disguise ourselves in Ghost City.
Oh my god.
Thoroughly.
Are we wearing disguises?
But it's so fun.
Oh my gosh. I need a break. I thought only HuaLian would make me this flustered, but oh my gosh, they... Windmaster, what? Oh, that was so fun. I really thought Chilean already knew who they were when they were standing in the hall, but I guess not. I guess he only realized just now. Oh my gosh, they are so cool. They are so pretty.
I'm waiting for someone.
Huh? You're waiting for me.
No.
Yes, you are.
I'm waiting for the Windmaster?
That's so funny.
Don't you recognize the Windmaster Qing Xuan?
Well, not like that.
Like how?
Like nothing. No, it's good.
Just good can't be pretty. And man or woman, I know I am drop dead gorgeous.
They really
You know we're
are.
going to have to disguise ourselves in Ghost City. Thoroughly.
Do we get...
But it's so fun.
No, please.
Oh my
There's
gosh.
no need. Let's
Okay.
change the subject.
He was trying to
It's
convince
my
him.
understanding that you and your brother ascended in the same era. Gods from the
Oh.
same family are rare, but two
Okay.
in the same generation is remarkable.
Not really. We're both from the same place, learned from the same master, and followed the same path. If he ascended, why wouldn't I?
Huh.
That is true. I heard General Pei mentioning your brother. He talked like they were friends. But
Oh?
you reported on General Pei Jr. Won't that upset your brother?
Of course not. My brother knows how much I dislike Pei Ming.
Aren't you concerned about causing tension between your brother and General Pei?
I want tension. I'd love for them to stop being friends. Then it'd just be the two tumors.
Do
Your
what?
brother's a tumor?
Ah, it's the nickname for the three heavenly officials who have the worst reputation and closest relationship. There's
Oh
Ming
my
Guang, Ling Wen, my brother.
Wait, what? Why is there so much information being dropped so quickly? What is going on here? Let's take it from the top. Gosh, this recording is going to be over an hour long just from me trying to watch the episode. I'm only 2/3 through.
Gods from the same family are rare, but two in the same generation is remarkable.
Not really. We're both from the same place, learned from the same master, and followed the same path. If he ascended, why wouldn't I?
Alright, so this is like super special. Windmaster and their brother. I'm out of lead. I wrote too much. Hold on a second. Alright, so as I was saying, it's apparently very rare for two people who are so close in both like era and family to ascend more or less simultaneously. This is interesting. So Windmaster and his brother are special for that reason. Okay.
That is true. I heard General Pei mentioning your brother. He talked like they were friends.
And General Pei
But
and
you
his
reported on
brother
General Pei
seem
Jr.
to be
Won't that
friends.
upset your brother?
I didn't catch
Of
that
course
earlier,
not.
but okay.
My brother knows how much I dislike Pei Ming. I want tension. I'd love for them to stop being friends. Then it'd just be the two tumors.
Your brother's a tumor?
Ah,
my
it's the
God.
nickname for the 3 heavenly officials who have the worst reputation and closest relationship. There's Ming Guang, Ling Wen, my brother.
Okay, so his brother, Ming Guang, and Ling Wen? What do you mean Ling Wen? She's a delight, I'll have you know. Okay, so Ling Wen, Ming Guang, and the Windmaster's brother are famous for having bad reputations?
Officials who have the worst reputation and closest relationship. There's Ming Guang
And close
Ling Wen,
relationships.
my brother.
So they're close.
I thought
They're
it'd be
friends.
HuaLian, and HuaLian.
Also, Pei Jr. was guilty, so I reported him. Whether human, god, or ghost, one must always take responsibility for one's actions, even if your insufferable ancestor steps in to save you by trying to frame an innocent imperial preceptor. Bullying
I
that
love
girl was
them.
low, even for Pei Ming.
I love them so much.
Ever the gallant hero, huh?
Well, I try. I've heard vague rumors about Banyua Pass. Just never had the time for them. After a while, I forgot, despite my brother yelling at me about them. Then you bring it up in the telepathic matrix, and I remember I've been shirking my duties.
There we go.
Lo and behold, I go to investigate, and you're already there. That's when I knew you were my kind of crazy.
Oh my gosh, I feel friendship on the horizon. Hello. Hi. Oh my gosh.
Okay, is this for function or fun?
Both. This time, anyway. My magic power is much stronger in this form.
Really?
I can see why she's worshipped as the Wind Mistress.
Alright, a wind mistress.
You know, you should transform too. Women have much stronger yin energy.
Oh, but I don't have enough power to
I can lend you
transform.
some. We could blend in with the crowds in Ghost City.
I love this so
We should
much.
save it in case we get into a fight.
This is great. This is everything. Are we out drinking?
Want some?
Oh, can't you drink, HuaLian? Are you a bad drinker?
Thank you.
Not a drinker?
Well, I can, just not too much. I might go crazy.
Are we gonna see drunk HuaLian in the future? Oh, music change.
What time is it?
Midnight.
It's time then.
Right? Ghosts? Or funeral? No, ghosts, right?
Let's go.
I'm so happy Ghost City is opening up again. First thing I'm doing is getting my face touched up. Did you get it done recently? I know. It's only a few months old and it's already rotting away. They said it would last a whole year.
They're getting ghost facials.
Oh, and who might you two be?
Uh-oh.
When did you stragglers start following our group?
Which burial grounds are you from again?
Sorry. Our graves are far away from here. Very far.
We heard Ghost City was opening again,
Improvising.
and we had to make the trip.
Well done, HuaLian.
Oh, really? Say,
She looks too pretty.
your face is so well kept.
Right? Just look. No rot at all.
Wow.
What's your secret?
Where do you get your products? Your face is so cute, I could just eat it.
What parlor do you go to,
You
Windmaster?
won't believe how much of it's natural.
Alright, so we're hitching a ride into Ghost City. Oh my gosh, this is so cool. And here we are! Oh my gosh, this is so cool! Oh wow! Oh my god. This is very Spirited Away-ish.
Hey, pay or piss off!
I love this effect. Like everything is moving differently. Uh-oh.
Aren't you a bewitching little thing? Want to find somewhere you can cast your spell
Girl,
on me?
he's not interested.
Lost Windmaster.
Oh
I'm
no,
sorry.
already?
Did you need help, miss?
Honey, no one's called me Miss in ages. He called me Miss. Can you believe that?
Oh my gosh.
Oh, no, don't go. I was only teasing. Want to know a secret? I like you. Let's go
Oh
have
my
some
god.
fun.
Miss, please.
Cut the crap. I'm no miss. I'm offering you quality goods, so you buying?
She's so offended.
Just checking out deals.
Don't you like me?
The doll that can't be named is not the eternal doll.
What is he doing?
You're
Is he trying to
passing up a
put
free
her off?
ride? Are you even a man?
Miss.
Then prove it to me.
The problem is medical. I can't get erect.
I laughed before everyone else. Oops. Oh my gosh. HuaLian. Oh my gosh.
At least I don't eat my own crap, you filthy animal!
Hey, I'm not afraid to fight a girl.
That was so good. Oh, HuaLian. This is all so cool. Right?
Not
Quit
great.
swirling! My luck's gonna turn! I can win it all back!
Me. My luck's gonna turn one day. What's happening?
Hello, young master.
She's
Here to
cute.
play?
Oh, no. But can I watch?
Out of money already? Don't worry. We take more than money. Please, follow me.
Alright. Gambling hall? Oh my gosh. It's
Sir,
your boy!
this way.
HuaLian, it's your boy up there! You gotta go say hi? Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! I can't breathe. The ring? Can you feel it? Can he feel it?
I bet my hand!
Oh my god.
No thanks.
Oh my gosh, I am so distracted. Oh my gosh!
Whether it's your hand or your pathetic life, it's all nothing to me.
Senna.
No! No! Oh my god. Hold up. I'm not ready for the ending. What? I don't remember the last 20 seconds of that episode. I was somewhere else. I was somewhere else entirely. Oh my god. I can't recall what I was doing. He looked so good. Oh my god. Hold on. One more time. Okay, we're entering the gambling hall and he's up there, right? It's looking so
this way.
bored. Did HuaLian notice he was there? Like from the start? Oh my gosh, the jingling, the everything. The scene, like, does he know? Is that when he realizes it's him? Like, can he feel it?
No thanks.
My god. Oh, the leg cross, the leg
Whether
cross.
it's your hand
This thing, oh my gosh. This
or
scene.
your pathetic life, it's all nothing to me.
Senna.
Oh, he's so good. That was amazing. Oh my gosh, what a first episode. I mean, it was long, but a lot of stuff happened. Oh my goodness. Let me just listen to the ending. I'll come back with some coherent thoughts. Maybe. Perhaps. That ending was very calming and I needed it. Oh my lord. What an episode! What a season premiere! Okay, just get the technicalities out of the way. The animation has gone up, like a lot. Yes, they are more liberal with the 3D sort of effect, but it's better executed now. It doesn't look as jarring as the scenes they did in season 1. And the art, the character designs, everything is just shining through. Amazing to look at. Everything is very visually pleasing. And that last scene where we pan up to Hua Chang from his feet all the way to his face. Oh my god. Is it just me or is he hotter in this season? There was so much going on. I need to sit down. I am sitting down. I'm already sitting down. My brain has ceased to function and it's only like 3 in the afternoon. Can you believe it's taken me over 3 hours to film all of this? Holy shit. There are so many things that I could talk about, and I hope that I got most of it through my pausing, but we have some big things happening. I think the 2 standout things to me in this episode was the introduction of the Emperor, which was very influential for the first half of this episode, more than half of this episode, and then the introduction of Ghost City, and also its ruler, Ghost King Hua Chang. Oh wow. Where to start? Holy shit. Okay. The plot is pretty straightforward. We are in Ghost City with HuaLian and Windmaster because we are looking for a heavenly official. The Emperor suspects that Hua Chang is involved with their disappearance. HuaLian thinks not, and he also has this relationship with Hua Chang, which involves a lot of trust. So he is trusting Hua Chang not to be up to shit. But I feel like if Hua Chang is up to shit, he must have reasons. If they're good or bad, we'll find out. But okay, so there is this gambling hall in Ghost City. Is Ghost City basically just Las Vegas? Hua Chang is there, and it seems that he is the house, in a sense. He is betting against this person. He wants to bet his arm, and Hua Chang refuses. Even his life is not enough for the bet he wishes to make, so he is calling the shots. This is his domain. Why is he running a gambling hall? Is this how he like we know Hua Chang has followers. Are his followers gambling addicts? Is this how he do ghosts have to earn money for some reason? Is this how he keeps things running? Why is he running a city? In episode 12, he made it out like he doesn't really have any responsibilities, but this seems like a pretty fucking big responsibility to me. Like, why is this necessary? I wanna know why. Especially because you just spent days frolicking around in the countryside with your boo, who by the way has come to visit. Does Hua Chang know that HuaLian is there right now? Can he feel when people come into the city or into his den? Or when his ashes are near? I don't know. But what we do know is that this must be his true form, right? Because that was the promise he made with HuaLian, that the next time they meet, he will be wearing his true form. Oh my gosh, I am so excited for their little reunion. I don't know how long it's been since they parted ways. Like a couple of days, weeks, months? I don't know if it's relevant. Point being, they're here now. They'll be together again soon. Maybe HuaLian will enlist Hua Chang's help in finding this official? And where did Windmaster go off to? Maybe, while HuaLian is here, reuniting with Hua Chang, and they do what HuaLian does best. Windmaster will actually find some things, and then they enlist Hua Chang's help in figuring things out. Again, just guessing. The only thing I'm really waiting for now is for Hua Chang to recognize that HuaLian is there, and for his reaction to that. Boys literally showed up at your house. I hope you're wearing your best boots, your shiniest chains. Yeah, I got so distracted by the last minute of this episode. Everything else is just, gone. But we have characters, we have name drops, we have new faces, and for my rewatch I'll have to note down their names because I don't remember them. We have the prince, who I think is the Prince of Yong'an. who's also in the opening, and there's something really angsty about him there, so I feel like shit is going down. We're getting a lot of Windmaster lore, both about their personality and about their family relations. Windmaster really dislikes Pei Ming, and he dislikes that his brother is a part of the three Tumas, was it? 3 people in heaven who has really bad reputations but are really close. And those people are Mingguang, Ling Wen for some reason, and Windmaster's brother, who I guessed might have been Yi Zhen, but it doesn't seem right that Mingguang is trying to replace someone who is his friend. So maybe Windmaster's brother is a new character, or they are the Earth Master or the Water Master, or the Rain Master? One of the 3. However, if he is a martial god, I guess the East is free. Gosh, there's so much speculation to do here. The other big thing to talk about is the introduction of the Emperor, Junwu. But I feel like I already talked that to death during the episode. I think I paused like every 10 seconds to talk about that whole thing. But summarized, I feel conflicted because I know that heaven is a very grey place. And while I like that he is showing HuaLian some favor, which is a bit like hot in your face to the other officials who keep talking shit about him, isn't it a bit annoying how he talks to HuaLian like he is like a young prince? Like even HuaLian said so. You're talking to me like I'm some sort of young princess. Oh, Shanlei has grown up. Why does he call him that? Does he call everyone by the name of their country or where they're from? I guess the number of princes and titles can get confusing sometimes. So I'm a little conflicted, especially in that one of the last scenes we see with the Emperor, he is going off about HuaChang's scimitar, a very demonic blade. We've seen it in action. It fucked up Pei She's clone. But he goes off about how evil this scimitar is and that you can't let it touch you. This, I feel, is a parallel to how everyone were going off about HuaChang in episode 4 in the first season, making him out to be this big evil creature, devious, will manipulate you and try to trick you. Look, it's right here. I previously said this, but I think that Erming, the scimitar, and its one eye has something to do with HuaChang's missing eye. Sanlang told HuaLian that in a fit of madness, he gouged it out. And I was inclined to think that that is what really happened. And for some reason, the event also led into Erming's creation. Well, when the Emperor tells us about it, apparently it was forged in a very terrible way. And, you know, I suppose that's terrible. Full of blood and sacrifice. He's right, but it's not terrible in the way that he is probably thinking, right? It's terrible for HuaChang. Anyway, I am enjoying the Erming lore. I can't believe no junior officials showed up to help out with this. I mean, it's because the Emperor is keeping everything a bit hush-hush right now. He doesn't want to alert anyone, and he doesn't want to alert the enemy, the Ghost Realm. The Emperor seemed to accept that HuaLian has been spending time with HuaChang, but he didn't seem too pleased about it. Like, he gave that stern dad look, which fits him. He doth begiveth Heavenly Father vibes. His voice, by the way, cracking. Is he the character? I've been hearing a lot about characters who will be introduced in season 2, as in, oh, I can't wait until you hear and see this character. Is he one of them? Because he sure felt like one of them. Good grief, I am so looking forward to the next episode, because I feel like what we're going to be doing now is learning a lot more about HuaChang as the Ghost King. What is he up to? What is he doing? What are his responsibilities? And what are the reach of his powers in a sense? And of course, how is he gonna react to HuaLian, his god, showing up at his fucking doorstep? I am so tired. This has been a long day for me because I had to spend so much time redoing the boards. No, I didn't. It went by very quickly. Just like the few minutes you saw in this video, of course. It's the Corkboard magic. Went by very, very quickly, I assure you. But yeah, I am so excited to keep going, and I am very satisfied with this first episode of season 2. It really is so exciting, and everything you guys promised and more. Now, there will be a special announcement at the end of this, so stay here for a couple of more minutes for that. But gosh, I have no energy left. I gave all my energy to this. It has me emotionally exhausted, but in a very good way. This has been Amelia, aka Spaced Out Puffins, and I will see you in the next one. Do I have your attention now? Good. Good evening, this is Amelia, aka Spaced Out Puffin. I am so sorry for my voice. It seems like I might have caught a flu, so I wanted to hurry up and record this before my voice gives out. Since you're watching this, I hope you enjoyed my video. And if you did enjoy my video, I am super excited to invite you along to spend more time with me as I continue my journey into TGCF and whatever lies beyond. I'm celebrating finally getting to Season 2 by opening my Discord channel. And you're of course cordially invited to join. Whether you're new to Discord or Discord is your favorite way of interacting with people in fandom and otherwise, Puffin Space Station is open for anyone who's interested in what I'm doing or who simply wants a place to enjoy fandom, and I want to convince you to come along. I decided on doing this because YouTube has really been failing me as a place to store information. My commenters can't freely send me links to things, and it's really hard to find information in comments. Once I've lost track of where it is, information is just gone. So what is the purpose of this server? Well, first of all, it's for updates on my projects and whatever I'm doing. So if you're interested in news about my videos and whatever I'm planning next, this is a great spot to get all that information. The second purpose is for us to have a space where we can talk and enjoy fandom. And Discord's functions also makes it very easy for me to organize spaces where you guys can talk spoilers and I can easily avoid them. My intention is for everyone to be as active or as inactive as they want to be. You can use this as a space just to get news about what I'm doing, or as a space where you can enjoy fandom discussions and chat with other fans, and maybe even make new friends. If you simply want to lurk around, that's perfectly fine too. And for the time being, anyone who wants is free to join. So how do you get in? By the time the video finishes, there should be a link in the description for you to follow. Once you follow the link and log into Discord, you will end up on the landing pad. The information there will show you what to do next, and the first thing you should do is to check out the rules. Once you've carefully read through the rules, you will find a corkboard at the bottom of the rules section. Pressing this emoji will give you the role of follower of Corkboardism, and will give you access to the rest of the server. If you're new to Discord, the server can be a little overwhelming, so here is a quick guide to get you settled. The information section is the most important section for you. Once you've accepted the rules, I recommend heading over to the roles tab, where you can grab whatever roles you want. This could be a pronoun role, or maybe even where you're from. These are just for fun and are there to help you show other people in the server who you are. Like perhaps if you're a book reader or only a donghua watcher. If you're at least 18 years of age and you would like to access to the age-restricted channels, you can grab the old scholar role in this channel as well. Whenever I post a new video on YouTube, it will show up in the new video channel in the information tab. If you're looking for news, I recommend checking out Puffin's living room. This section is where I post about my progress, about my new YouTube posts, and just random thoughts that I have that I'd like to share with you guys. I've already posted some bonus content that I didn't post on YouTube because Discord feels less formal and it's easier for me to share whatever comes to mind. If you're looking to use the server to talk to me or to other people, you should check out the common room. Here you find our general chat channels, where you can talk about whatever really. In Corkboardism, the only sacrifices we accept are pictures of your favorite pets in our Creatures and Pets channel. There's also a cosplay and arts channel where you can share your creations. I also recommend that you check out the server gallery, where you can view all the art that's created and used as stickers and emojis in the server. If you're looking to talk fandom or to discuss my videos, you can check out the Spaced Out Puffin channels. Right now there is a bunch of channels dedicated to TGCF specifically, but you can also talk other fandoms in the other chats. Keep in mind that there are spoiler chats. These are channels that I do not go into and keep muted so that I won't see your notifications. These are the places where you can talk spoilers with other fans until I finally catch up. If you are a follower at the Temple of Corkboards, this is the section for you. If you link your Discord account to your Ko-fi account, you will get the role of Temple Devotee. The devotees get their own little section with their private chat, as well as the page where I post previews and perks. The Temple Devotees were also given early access to this server and have helped me build it over the last 2 weeks. Thank you so much for that, by the way. But even if you're not a Temple Devotee, the Temple wall is open for everyone. Feel free to come by and drop a message. So far, the server has been a really nice place for both creating, sharing, and just having a lot of fun and making new friends. With so many great and creative people. We have shared pet pictures, we have shared art, we've had a couple of really fun watch parties, and if you'd like to come and join us, this is the time to do it. I really hope to see you there. And if this is not for you, that's completely fine too. YouTube will still be the place where you see all my videos. So this has been Amelia, aka Spaced Out Puffin, and I will see you in the next one.